Hello, everybody. Welcome to our dinner table. It is Holy Week, and we are sad that we can't be with you in person. But I want to give you a practice that you can do on Maundy, Thursday, as we remember the Last Supper and remember what Jesus, when he gathered with his disciples that one last time. And so this is a simple practice that you can do over dinner on Thursday, and so, or supper if you call it supper. I'm a suburban kid and I call it dinner. So this is taken from the tradition of a love feast, and so what? And it was written by Dr. Marcia McPhee from a worship design studio, and she gave us permission to use it and adapt it. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to find someone else, another household, or someone else to share your the opening of your meal with. And so you can call someone on speakerphone. You can call someone on speakerphone, or you can video chat with someone or FaceTime. But find another family or another person to include in this, so that you create kind of a table together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make comfort food. And so we didn't make our comfort food tonight, but if I had a choice, I would make tuna helper. Tetrazzini is my comfort food. Bradley, what is your favorite food?
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly? Yeah, what do you think Maddie's favorite food is?
Everything.
Everything. She does eat everything.
But cheese. She likes cheese.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Or pizza.
So make something that's a comfort food. All right.
It's my face too. It's my face too.
So make something that's a comfort food, and then sit down at the table with that other, the people that you invite, and they'll sit down at their table, and one of you will read, or you can take turns reading this. I don't know if it's a liturgy or a prayer. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, and so you'll read it. You'll read Luke from Luke 22. It's the story when Jesus sits down for the Last Supper with the disciples, and then you'll read a little bit at a time, and there'll be responses. So the reader, they'll read about how important it is to break bread together, and then you're invited to share what your comfort food is and why you're eating it tonight with the group. Then you'll read a little more about the parable that Jesus says about inviting people to the feast, and then you'll take a moment and say out loud who you wish could be joining you at the table tonight. And so, if you could pick anyone to be here with us tonight, who would you pick? Granny and Poppy. And Maya and Ava. Okay. Yeah. I wish my parents and my sister could gather around the table.
Yeah. Mine too.
Yeah. Who do you want to be?
My sister and her family and my parents.
So you share that as just a way of acknowledging the world we live in right now, and then there's a quick time of prayer where you acknowledge all those people you can't name and the people you want to pray for. And so whoever's reading will read down a list, and they'll say things like, for those who are sick and recovering. And you'll pause for a second, then it'll say, for those who are caring for loved ones who are sick at home. And there's a list of things you go through. Then you're invited to take a couple deep breaths. And then there's a little bit more about communion and about why we call it the Great Thanksgiving. And then you are invited to speak things that you are grateful for or thankful for. So Bradley, what are you thankful for?
Thankful for everything.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody in this whole town.
All right. Mommy?
I'm thankful that we're all healthy and that we have a nice yard and porch to play on, and
And Dodo.
That we can spend some extra time with our kids.
And Dodo.
Yes, I am thankful for the warmer weather and for the sunlight, and for the for the way I still see God at work in my life and in the world, even in this challenging time. And so, after you're done saying what you're thankful for, you will grab something from your table. So you'll take your drink or your plate and you'll hold it up and you'll give thanks, kind of like Jesus did at the Last Supper. You'll say thanks, and there'll be someone who reads, and there'll be a call and response. So you just repeat after the reader. So we'll do a few lines of this. All right, can you repeat after me? So it says, "Holy Comforter,
Holy Comforter,
we gather in your name,
we gather in your name,
invited by Jesus,
invited by Jesus,
bound together with your Spirit."
bound together with your Spirit.
And so you get the point, and you can put these down. So you get the point, but there's a longer prayer that you'll do together as a call and response, and you'll end with amen. And then there's a quick benediction, and you'll eat. And so the people you gather with virtually, you can continue to eat with them, or if it makes more sense, you can hang up and just eat. If it's too challenging, the way you're doing it. And then you just simply share the meal together. And so that's it. It's pretty simple, but it's a way of kind of acknowledging the Last Supper and bringing a little more meaning to one thing we're going to do, which is eat dinner on Maundy, Thursday. And so the text that you need and all the stuff will be in your email, or I'll attach it with this video in the comments. And so that's it. I hope that it's meaningful to you. And maybe your dinner table is as crazy as ours, and maybe it's not. I hope this is meaningful to you. And let me end with the benediction that's in this liturgy. And it says, "And now may we shelter not only in place, but in peace. May the peace and comfort of Christ be present with us now and forevermore. Amen."